How's it going, everybody? It's your boy, and we are back. And today we are doing a rebuild in franchise mode, as promised. Because the Bears are terrible, they clearly need a rebuild. So we are doing that. And now, because we just got Ben Johnson, I'm going to keep him. I'm going to keep him around. We're going to select a real life coach. We're not going to make me. We are just going to use Ben Johnson. So to go over the league settings, I will have it on, I think, Pro. I will change that as need be. We will have, the classic Madden meter, because if I play and I have to kick, I don't like the new thing that they added. Auto progress players, tutorial pop-ups off. As you can see, pretty much default stuff. We have wear and tear on instead of, what's it? Where is it? I don't know where it went. Progressive fatigue is just gone. Interesting. We have wear and tear on. I'm gonna manage that. We are leaving the pre-order bonus on. These are my development trait settings. I have them on real high just because I like to see them. And that is how we are doing this. Now, the way this works is essentially, yeah, as you can see, it keeps X Factor dev and Superstar dev and Star dev after aggression. That's how many it wants to keep. It'll still allow regression. It'll also mean that the amount, because there's a limited amount of people who can use X Factor abilities, it'll actually have that higher, and that's what I want because, like, say, normally it's like 50. If there's more than 50 people with X Factor dev trait, they don't get, at least I think that's how it works, they don't get to use their X Factor ability. So these are our settings. These are what we are playing with. Again, Pro is on because I am bad, and so if I'm playing anything, I want there to be a chance that I can actually make a difference. Starting point is going to be preseason. And let's get started. So, the very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go into abilities. And there is a really good ability, if I can find it, Camp Counselor. Which basically just means that when I do training camp, which you'll see me do here, the players get boosted more. And then so I think there is one for offense. Yeah, there's a version for offensive coordinator as well. So that has been upgraded some. And then I might have to, I don't know how to set. Here we go. Okay, so none of these are play sheets. Okay. I don't know what any of these do. I don't know how to equip these abilities, unfortunately. So that is, I thought it might be play sheets, but I'm just not seeing it in here. Yeah. I don't think it is the thing. So I don't know how that works. Maybe in weekly strategy? Yeah, weekly strategy. Okay, so we are keeping field general on. So we are going to throw on, if I can find it in here, yes, camp counselor. So I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to remove workhorse, and we are going to throw on these two camp counselor traits, which should allow me to develop my players better. So now I can go into this, and I can throw Caleb Williams into this training camp mini game. And he will get more experience, and he will have a slightly boosted chance from the one platinum camp counselor upgrade I got of getting a dev trade upgrade. Well, he would if he wasn't already an X Factor in the game. So I will. So just to give you an idea of how this runs. Oh, I lost points there because I let the ball hit me, but that's fine. And it also reset my multiplier, which isn't great. But I will not make you sit through all of these mini games. I will run through this one because I've already started it. But then after that, I will cut the recording and you will see me again once I have done all that, I think. And I will run through if there's any dev trade upgrades, I will show you them. I kind of doubt it because I haven't had any yet, but I also didn't know I had to equip the things until recently. So if anything happens, I will let you know. Um, so first of all, let's see what Caleb got here. A skill point and 2,000. All right. So if anything happens, I will let you know. And I will be right back. All right. So I did not, unfortunately, get any upgrades to the dev traits. I did get some skill points, so that should hopefully help out a bit. But other than that, there's only so much you can do. So as you can see, I got a skill point for Caleb. I also got a skill point for Kyle Monangai, who I'm going to be the one I'm going to apply it to. And then I'm going to shift him up to be above Roshan Johnson, just because he's younger, and so he's got a better chance of progressing more. Which also means he's going to be my power halfback. So he's going to be in for that kind of thing. I also had gotten one for Roma Dunze, who I could not get a dev trade upgrade for, even though I would have really liked it to have happened. And then I got a skill point upgrade for Montez Sweat. Let me put Shamar Turner there, actually, because I like him. I'd like him to be pretty much the guy. Actually, I'm gonna make him my. Oh no, sorry, that's right. Actually, so I want him to be my defensive tackle too. I thought this was the T3. No, he's gonna be my defensive tackle too. Is how I'm gonna run him, or my defensive tackle 3 is how I'm gonna run him. So, gonna be sitting behind Grady Jarrett and Jervon Dexter Sr. But if either of them get injured, he's the first one in. Jervon is also young. Grady Jarrett is not. So these two are going to be Jervon and Shamar Turner are going to be the future of this defensive line. As you can see, I'm going to need a Sam linebacker, but there just aren't really good ones ever. So another thing to worry about is the fact I know for a fact I don't have good cap space. I'm not going to worry about this position battle because it never does anything. So, and the coach interview and trainer talk, team health are just kind of tutorials. So we are going to sim to the regular season. So the way I'm doing this is I will do all the scouting stuff. I will play I will allow myself to play one regular season game on the playing the moments every season. And then if we make it to the playoffs, I will play playoff games, playing the moments, and I will play the Super Bowl playing all offense. Just because if we make it to the playoffs, I want to get to the Super Bowl, and if we get to the Super Bowl, I want to win, is sort of the goal. So we are trying to get the Bears their second Super Bowl win in history. This year is actually the 40-year anniversary of their last one, so let's see if we can make that happen. I do have a 2026 NFL draft class. I do kind of know who I want to target for this. I don't know exactly where I'm going to be, obviously. So I'm going to just to have some fun, just to get used to the offense a little bit, see how they could be. I'm going to play the moments on this season 1 game. That's typically how I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna use it to change the tides in meaningful games most of the time. I'm going to simply play the moments most of the time on just the first game of the season, and see what I can do with that. Oh my goodness, interception on play 1. And I was not using him or anything. That is a wild play made by Tremaine Edmonds. We love to see that. We really do. They get the ball back, I guess, really quickly. That's odd. I wonder how that happened. Is there an instant replay that I can do? No. Oh my goodness, we just let Jamar, or not Jamar. I'm thinking of Jamar Chase. No, Justin Jefferson. We just let Justin Jefferson get away from us there. This is not how the game went in real life. The Bears did lose, obviously, but it went a lot better than than this in that first quarter. Broken up by the second guy to come in there. Ugh, that's rough. That really is rough. But yeah, at the end of the second quarter, the Bears did have the lead in real life. Oh, I was not expecting the block to get picked up there, which is why I slid, but that's fine. So let's get us on the board, and this is exactly why I went with this style of kicking. Is because I know how to do it well. So there's no real reason for me to change to the new one. It's just a pain. So it looks like we are probably still going to lose this. Which you would not have thought from my first defensive moment. Ooh. I'm actually just going to have Adunze run that streak there fully. Come on, Rome. Ugh. You didn't turn around for it, which is the good animation. That's rough. So this is simply not a game we are winning. I'm also not getting very many moments. Here we go. Big end of quarter drive is a good moment because it gives you a whole drive. Many more chances than you would get normally. But this is not a great game for us. Let's run as much no huddle as we can here just to keep the drive moving, give us as much time as we can get. Ugh. And there's the 2-minute warning. So at this point, I mean, there wasn't much I could have done anyway, but come on. At this point, there's so much less I can do. My chances of winning are just so much slimmer. I can still run that no huddle though. Oh, Caleb fumbled, but we do get the ball back. Okay. And I believe that's out of bounds, so in good position. I'm not going to run the ball. Oh, it's not. That doesn't count as out of bounds. Shoot. Okay. All right. The first Bears touchdown of the game, I believe. Yep. And they chew out the rest of the clock. And we lose 28-10. So that's going to happen quite a bit because I'm not playing on the easiest difficulty. JJ McCarthy is actually not that good. It turns out, or at least it doesn't seem like it. But Who was injured? Za Frazier getting injured is a big one. I think that's the you gotta be kidding me, Jervon. The 0 weeks too. I think that's broken. I don't think that goes away, unfortunately. See, it says no injury. He's just on the IR. For truly no reason, which I don't like. But anyway, so we will now sim every other game of the season, of the regular season. The reason I'm simming week by week here is because there is scouting stuff to do on week 3. There's also contract negotiations, and as you can tell, we have no money, which means none of these guys are coming back because I can't afford to bring back Kevin Byard, right? Braxton Jones, as we know in real life, is not the answer. Even if he was, I couldn't afford to bring him back. Jaquan Brisker, he's gone. Anybody who's actually worth the money is just gone. I mean, I could bring back Jalen Jones, who's probably my 4th string cornerback, not to be confused with Jalen Johnson, who's really good. But yeah, nobody who's actually worth paying is going to be somebody I can afford. I mean, I could maybe get Jonathan Owens back. No, he doesn't have enough interest to bring back. So, no, there's not a whole lot I can really do here, which I don't like. I can't even bring back. I probably won't even be able to bring back. Oh, I can bring back long snapper Scott Daly. He's spoiler alert. He's probably just gonna retire at the end. I could bring back Case Keenum if he doesn't retire. Why not? Let's get you to 40, Case Keenum. If he doesn't retire, he'll play for us. But yeah, speaking of injuries, I'm real upset that Joe Burrow is out for 3 months because he was my fantasy football quarterback number 1. Not great for me. So, as you can see with these, we have positions we need to replace this year. So, like strong safety. We've got the guy coming in behind Braxton Jones. We need safeties. Honestly, I'm just gonna say Ozzy Chapillo's starting. Might as well build him up because we can't bring Braxton Jones back anyway. So what we need is we're running that. Okay. We're gonna need safeties. We're gonna need somebody to come in here probably because Oda Yingbo is not it. Montez is also really not it, but he's at least decent. So safety, we need safety help. We need edge help. Is sort of the gist of it here. And the rest will just have to develop. I will be bringing back Darnell Wright on his 5th-year option. That will be a thing I do. It glitched out, so I don't have the region. Here we go, the regional scouting. So, good news. Edge rusher is a position strength here, so I don't need to think too much about that. Safety doesn't look too good. Is there anything? So I don't need a new quarterback, obviously. So edge rusher isn't good. Sam linebacker isn't good, and as we know, free safety isn't very strong. Corner can be translated into safety, so I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go corner focus here. Cornerback. Edge rusher is another strong suit here, so we're gonna go after that. And then in the southeast, we go after edge rusher again. We're gonna be weak on safeties, but at least our edge rush should be decent next year. So from here, we sim to the mid-season. Let's see how we are then. Oh, we beat the Lions? Interesting. Just saw that as I'm simming out. So at the mid-season, the Bears are 1-5. We have only beaten the Lions. We got shut out by the Commanders. So we are... Dang, we're not even... We don't even get the first overall draft pick as it stands right now because the Browns have not won a single game. The Patriots are undefeated. How are the stats looking? Joe Burrow, this is already, I can tell you, is not going to happen because Joe Burrow's out for 3 months. Saquon Barkley, rushing yard leader. Yeah. Let's take a look at the stats. So, Caleb Williams, I can already see 32nd in the league for passing yards, 29th for passing touchdowns, worst passer rating of any starter. DeAndre Swift, 36th and 44th. DJ Moore, oh my goodness, what? Guys, this is bad. This is like real bad. Kyle Monangai, our rushing touchdown leader. Receiving yard leader is DJ Moore with only 293. He's also our touchdown. This is really bad. Oh my goodness. The thing is, coach firing is on. I might actually just get fired. I'm not gonna worry about the players ready to negotiate. So this is very much an edge rusher year for us. We need to focus on those. Actually, you know what? Region breakdown. We're gonna focus on probably cornerback because this is a bad safety class, but we can do cornerback and convert someone to safety. So now we keep simming because at week 13 there is a focus player thing for scouting. Oh, Coach Central. Gerald Cozy. We're gonna upgrade Camp Counselor. Defensive coordinator, I believe, has a version of it as well. Sure do. I don't have the staff points for it, but when I do, that's what I'm going to be getting. Because that is essential for developing our players. Have the Browns won yet? This is schedule, not standings. Have the Browns won yet? No. But we get closer and closer to that. Oh. This is bad. This is really, really bad. Oh. Patriots no longer undefeated. Who's injured? Grady Jarrett. Okay. All these people who are out with no injury, who are on injury reserve with no injury. Granted, most of them don't matter. Honestly, I don't think any of them matter. But you get the point. Is that it's upsetting to see that why are they in injury reserve? I don't care. You can be out for those 10 to 16 weeks. Grady Jarrett is only going to make this worse. So this is a full tank year in Ben Johnson's first year as head coach, apparently. 1-8. Mock draft 2, where are we? Well, I would take this, to be honest. Keldrick Falk is really good in this draft class. I think he's going to be who I'm targeting, actually. The thing is, on paper, we should be better than this. We lose to the Vikings 31-7. Have the Browns won yet? They have, which means they're probably getting one of the two of us is getting probably that first overall pick. It could be either right now. They're currently said to be the worst, but we shall see. And if we're not, we can. Well, actually, we shouldn't need to trade up because they've got Myles Garrett, so they won't consider it probably. But I would like to just have that first round pick. But listen, I'm not going to trade up for it if we're at number 2 because they're not going to take the guy I want. So the very first thing we are doing is we are figuring out which of these two is better. I think it's Keldrick Falk. Actually, I'm only going to... just looking at him, he's got better awareness, which is usually a really good indicator of overall. Got to scroll through here to get to the comparisons. So other guys got better play rec, but he's probably going to have worse tackling. He's got worse impact blocking, slightly better hit power, better block shedding. All right, fine. I'm scouting them both. Which means we've got to pick one cornerback to look at. And Malik Muhammad here is probably going to be fully scouted by the time we get there. We should also take a look at specifically zone because that's what makes for a good safety. So let's take a look at Jared McCoy there. So as you can see, we are doing terribly. We are the worst in the NFC. Joe Burrow on a great year. Jordan Love, unfortunately, having a great year. Ugh. You hate to see it. Our one win comes against the, we do play the Browns. We do play the Browns. So, because I want to see very specifically the outcome of that Browns game, normally I'd sim straight to playoffs. I want to see very specifically where we are at going into the Browns game and where we are at coming out of it. Oh my goodness. We're the worst in the league. We have the first overall pick. Okay. And this game should hopefully solidify that. Because at this point, we're not playing for wins. We are not trying to win at this point in the season. Very, very clearly, we weren't trying to do it anyway. We did win, which does call into question whether or not. But that's fine. I can work with that still. Actually, they will probably get the first overall pick because we get the tiebreaker. Joe Burrow, the first person to surpass 4,000 yards, it looks like. Good for him. I wish that was the case in real life. Because he's, again, he was my quarterback 1 fantasy football. Now it's Dak Prescott. Do you know how much I hate that? I don't like that. I might be subbing in Daniel Jones because apparently he's having a breakout year. Who knows? Anyway, at this point, we can sim to the playoffs. I just want to see who's in the playoffs at this point in the season. I wonder if we beat the Lions again. That'd be kind of funny. I am a free agent head coach. I was fired. Ben Johnson fired in week 1. Okay, so what I do here is I create a new character. So it looks like we are playing as me after all. I can't play as the Bears. Or the Panthers or the Browns. Um, that's interesting. What's the Bears did beat the Lions again. Oh my goodness. Or at least I'm assuming that's who they beat. Hold on. Schedule, team schedule, Chicago Bears, regular season, week 18. No, we beat the 49ers. Okay. Um, interesting. So, this is who moves on. The Packers don't make it to the playoffs, which I'm happy about. Pro Bowl. I wonder who's in the Pro Bowl. So first of all, it's a Jaguars Lions Super Bowl. That is crazy. Oh, I can't see. Oh, I do have job offers. Let's review them. Okay, I am going to the Browns. And then I'm going to see if I can retire and go to the Bears. Nope. We will see. Okay. I still don't get to see the Pro Bowl roster. Um, this is again not a Browns rebuild. I'm going to see if I can switch back to the Bears. If not, I'm going to have to re-record all of this. Yearly awards: Joe Burrow MVP, which is pretty common if you know this. This game. Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year. AFC: Jamar Chase, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year: TJ Watt. Offensive Rookie of the Year: Ashton Jeanty. Defensive Rookie of the Year: Mason Graham. Best quarterback, Joe Burrow. Best running back, Ashton Jeanty. Best wide receiver, Jamar Chase. Best offensive lineman, Quinn Miners. Best defensive lineman, TJ Watt. Best linebacker, Robert Spillane. Best defensive back, Derek Stingley Jr. Best kicker, Evan McPherson. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley. Again, Defensive Player of the Year, Jared Verse. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Matthew Golden. I don't like that. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Abdul Carter. Best quarterback, Jordan Love. I don't like that. Best running back, Saquon Barkley. Best wide receiver, Puka Nacua. Best offensive lineman, Lane Johnson. Best defensive lineman, Jared Verse. Best linebacker, Nick Martin. Best defensive back, AJ Terrell Jr. Best kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Who wins the Super Bowl? Only one way to find out. Jacksonville Jaguars win their first ever Super Bowl, with Josh Hines Allen being Super Bowl MVP. Retirements. I only care about the Bears, so let's check out that. Travis Homer, Case Keenum, Grady Jarrett. Okay. Staff week. How does that go? Let's see. Can I now in staff week go back to the Bears? I can. So, this is a wild ride, folks. Um, Guess I am creating myself after all, because there is no real coach to play here. I will also be changing the playbook to Bengals playbook for offense. I wasn't going to do it with Ben Johnson, but we are, since it's me, we're doing Bengals Steelers. I'm not going to go too in depth into this. This is close enough. Actually, this is close enough. There you go. Physique, thin, and apparel. That's probably as good as it's gonna get for that. Give me khaki shorts. This is good enough. And we are going to turn off coach firing. Yeah. Oh, that is career clock. CPU only. How about that? So let's get those abilities in, shall we? Hey, look, our guys are still here. The guys from before. There's camp counselor. Oh, I don't have the 60 required there. That's fine. You have the platinum there. That's good. Let's upgrade your camp counselor. Not enough staff points. That's fine. So we go into free agency once again with no money. Negative 320. Why? Travis Kelce. I have not seen that happen before. Listen, if I had the money to pay him, if I had the money to pay it, but no, I can't do anything in free agency. I will still manually advance the week. Christian Wilkins goes to the Saints. DJ Reader to the Jets. Mock draft 5. They're probably taking TJ Parker. Okay. That's actually kind of surprising. Because they do still have Myles Garrett. But that is fine. Drew Tranquil is a Titan. I mean, I'm sure Travis Kelce's gone. Yeah, he's a Buccaneer. Taylor Moton is a Ram. Joel Batonio is a Titan. DJ Reader, obviously. Yeah. Odafe Owe, a Ram. Kendall Fuller, a Panther. Kevin Jenkins, former Bear, is a Saint. Marquise Brown, Ivan Pace Jr. goes to the Colts. Chidobe Awuzie to the Rams. Kevin Byard, nobody has picked him up. I still don't have the money to pick him up myself, though. So, you know. So we advance, do free agency recap. Do I have draft clock turned off? I hope so. Tyler Algier is a Brown. Cool stuff. Let me see if I have that turned off. Because I like to have draft clock turned off. Draft timer is on, so I will turn that off. There we go. Private workouts. This is why I simmed through manually. These two need a bit more of a push. Yeah, unfortunately, the cornerback I would have liked to have gotten, potentially, is no good. German McCoy. He's a real possibility. In fact, I would say he's probably the best possibility I have. So we could go throw something on Caleb Downs. And then advance week to the draft. This may well be a longer video or a series. It'll probably be a series. Sort of like how Superstar Mode is. So scout college players, prospects. So I don't want to go for TJ Parker. Keldrick Falk is my number one guy. Now at cornerback, I want German McCoy because he's going to be I'm going to transfer him over to safety. And I'm probably going to look at Will Sample as well. Let me take a look at talent here. Yeah. So at actual talent. JC Childers is actually a good option, I think. To pick up later for my second guy. Derek Carr is as well. Free safety, strong safety. You're around 2 to 3 talent, so I'm not gonna even look at you. I will think about you then, Dylan Theineman. So we start the draft. Now, what I could do is trade up because I don't want them to take Keldrick Falk. And they are taking an edge. If they have scouted, it is very dangerous. They have the Jags' first round pick. I did not know that. That sure is interesting. You know what? Trade Center, Trade Finder, Browns, draft picks. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. They did take TJ Parker. I don't know what happened there. I'm not going to trade them now because I can take Keldrick Falk, who obviously he's not a top 5 talent, but he covers a need for me. 10 in true value is still real good. Top 10 talent is still real good. Now I might, because I have pick 2, right? Let me, if I go to the draft board, maybe? No, there's got to be a way. Just see. No, you can't see mock drafts. Okay. Trade Center. So I'm going to see if I can't get a trade with the Bills going. For their first round pick. What? The timer is supposed to be off. So where are we on this? Okay. Could throw in a second next year as well, potentially. And then throw in a third from 28. There we go. Okay, so the Saints take Garrett Nussmeier, who is not the best quarterback in this draft. At least unless they changed it. I don't think they could have though, because I'm still using. I have it downloaded. I used it from download. Whatever. Unless they've changed it, Arch Manning is the best player in the draft class. So let me go to favorites. I must have mistaken it for something actually good. Derek Carr is not good either. I mixed those up. Okay, so I'm going for J.C. Childers for sure. Oh no, my guy that I wanted is gone. Shoot. He's why I traded up to the Bills. Well, I guess I will take Dylan Theineman. I don't like his lack of speed, but I like his skills. I will go for him. 80 in true value. Dang it. Okay. I will advance to my next user pick. Beginning of round 3. Caleb Downs goes about where he should there, in all honesty. And we will take J.C. Childers, who actually does indeed look better physical-wise than the other guy. 56, and I drafted him at 66. He is better. Just full on. Oh, I forgot to check for dev traits too. Oops. Next user pick. Is late in round 4. See if there's any tight ends available that might be decent. You actually look kind of solid, Jose Giraldo. You are not, but you know what? I will take it because it is better than the position I drafted. You're ranked higher in true value than the number than my draft pick it actually is. So I'm gonna take it. It's decent. I will actually sim to the end of the draft from here. Yeah, we did terribly last year. So draft recap. 76 overall Keldrick Falk. 71 overall Dylan Theineman. Gotta be kidding me. Oh no, okay. I was looking now. 73 overall. Okay. 69 overall tight end, 62 overall left edge. 73 overall left guard drafted in the 7th round is crazy. What is Josh Herrera doing here? I really truly don't need him, but you know. So what we do here is we generate the best lineup. Well, we have our Joe Tooney replacement, I guess. DJ Moore has regressed. So you are better than what we had earlier. Jaquan Brisker is sitting there at strong safety. Thought we were losing you. Why are you still here? Anyway. We drafted that new corner. I would like to see how he does at free safety, if he's better. So as you can see, I have changed J.C. Childers here to free safety. And he is going to be better than my other guy. So, not GM's office. If I go to adjust lineup, generate lineup, we have J.C. Childers in. Like, listen, he's still not great, but at least he's slightly better. Here's hoping this is a better year for the Bears coming up here. I think what I'm gonna do, because it is, yeah. I think what I will do is I will advance the week and we will end this video here. All right, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you next time. Have a good one.